This video is to quickly go over how to set up a Pages document in MLA formatting. The first thing you need to do is get a blank document, and to do that, in the upper right hand corner of Pages there's a plus button. You'll click on plus, and then you need to click on blank document. So below basic, it says blank. You're going to click on the first one that's vertical, and then you get your blank document to work with where you'll type your paper or whatever. The first thing with an MLA document is you have to have a header in the upper left-hand corner, and your header is going to be your name, your teacher's name, the title of the class you're taking, and the date. So I'm just going to go ahead and put in a fake name here, and you would pretend that's your name. And then the next thing you're going to do is your teacher's name. Below that, you're going to have the title of the class. And below that, you're going to have the date that the assignment is due. But the date is a little different. For the date, you're going to put the day of the month first, so just the number. Then you're going to type the month. Let's say this is due on September. And then the year. And you will notice that there is no comma between September and 2020. It's just the number, date, year. The next thing you need after you have your header in the upper left-hand corner is a title, and your title should be centered. So you'll see that your cursor is blinking over here on the left. You want that cursor to be blinking in the center of the document. To do that, down at your keyboard, you'll see over on the right a bunch of lines next to where it says AA. You'll click on the lines, and you'll click center, and that will move your cursor to the center of the page. And you just put your title, whatever you want to call it. I'll say my title is paper, which is a bad title, but that's what it's going to be for our purposes. Then what you need to change once you have this all set up is the font. To change the font, you're going to select everything you have. So hold your finger down on the document until it highlights something, and then drag it so that you have everything highlighted. And then down back, if you look at your keyboard, over on the left it says ABC. You're going to click on ABC, and this is going to give you the option to change the font. Your font should be Times New Roman. So you just scroll down, they're in alphabetical order, click Times New Roman, and it changes the font. Leave everything highlighted because now you have to change the size of the font. And to do that, on the right of your keyboard, you'll see the little a and the big A. Click on that, and then you'll scroll to whatever your font should be, which in this case for MLA formatting, it is 12-point font. So you'll just see it makes the font bigger. The last thing you need to do is make sure that your paper is double spaced. To do that, you look in the upper right hand corner of Pages, and there is a paintbrush. Click on the paintbrush. And then you can also change the font in here, but I just find it easier to do it down on the keyboard. But you'll go into here with your paintbrush, scroll down to line spacing, and you'll see right now that the line spacing is at 1. Click on that, and then you're going to bump the spacing up using this plus sign until it says 2. And while you do that, if you look over at your text, it just makes your spacing wider, and that makes things easier to read, and it gives your teacher a place to put comments if they need to. Then you'll just click the document. You can click it twice so your highlighting goes away, and that's what the content of the document should look like in MLA format. The last thing you need to do is add a header to the upper right hand corner, and that's going to be a little, well, not tricky, but a little bit different. So to add your header, in the upper right hand corner of Pages, you'll see this ... inside a circle. Click on that, and you'll scroll down to Document Setup. Click on Document Setup. You're going to scroll down again until it says More Options. Click on More Options. Then you get all these boxes. In the upper right hand corner, there's a small horizontal box. You're going to click on that, and you'll see your cursor pops up. And after your cursor pops up, you should also have this little pop-up that says Page Numbers. You're going to click Page Numbers, and then 1, and because this is the first page of your essay. The great thing about doing this is then you're telling Pages that every new page needs to have a number on it. So if your paper is 2 pages long, once you get to the second page, pages will change it to a 2, and then a 3, and then a 4. Along with your page number, you also have to have your last name, and your last name goes in front of the page number. So you need to move your cursor in front of the page number and then type your name. Now, the only thing that's wrong here is that this is not Times New Roman font. So to change it to Times New Roman, you do the exact same thing we did earlier. Highlight whatever font you want to change. Down on your keyboard, you click the ABC, and you scroll down to Times New Roman font. It should already be set to 12-point font, but you can double check by clicking on the little a and the big A, and yep, it's set to 12, so you don't need to change the font size. Once you have your last name and the page number in the upper right-hand corner, you'll hit Done in the upper left-hand corner, and this is what your paper should look like for MLA formatting. In order to start typing your paper, just click on the center so you see your cursor pop up again. Hit the return button to go on to a new line, and then hit the backspace button to move, hit the return button to go on to a new line, and then you need to move your cursor back over to the left. And to do that, you click on these lines again on your keyboard. You're going to hit Align Left, and then you will indent and start typing whatever it is you should be typing. And that's how you set up a paper in MLA format.